Did you know that there is another game kind of like Palia? It's part cozy MMO, but there are neighborhoods and chat bubbles and loot spawns, and you can sell your excess items in cute little vending machines. And in addition to having PvE servers where it's nice and cozy, there are also PvP servers where you can craft guns and shoot your neighbor in the face with a shotty. Does that sound fun to you? Well, I love the game. It released in early 2022. It is called Longvinter. It's less than $20 on Steam, and I got so addicted to it last summer that I spent over 230 hours in the game. And with so many of you playing Palia, I thought this was a good time to share this game with you in case you have not heard of it. We are going to take a look at the similarities and the differences of Longvinter to Palia, so you can decide if maybe it's a game you would like to try. Let's take a look. Like Palia, Longvinter is also an online multiplayer PC game where as you explore, you'll likely eventually come across other players. You have the option to invite players to join your team and share your home with them. It's also a sandbox style game, so you can do whatever you want, whenever you want. There's farming, building and decorating your house, which also starts as a tent, crafting on your workbench, cooking, fishing, mining, freedom to explore, and also fast travel around the map using these cute little boats. Longvinter also has quests to complete, such as completing housing upgrades, finding all the plants, fish, and hunting each type of animal, and you can upgrade your backpack, actually for free if you find one, or you can buy it from another player. When you run across another player, you can emote to wave just like in Palia, and you can chat as well. Also like in Palia, you have to consume food, though this feeds an energy bar rather than a focus bar, and there's no need to sleep. In fact, in Longvinter, there really isn't an obvious sense of time other than a slight fluctuation in the lighting, but there are weather elements like snow and rain. The major difference is that Longvinter offers you a variety of servers and thus playstyle to choose from. Currently, there are 2 PvP servers in the US and 1 PvE server. Remember that PvP is the player versus player, and the PvE is like Palia, where it's player versus the environment. That's the cozy server. Whichever you choose to build your house in, that's where your game resides until the server is wiped, which they do on occasion during big updates. You can have a home on more than one server if you would like. Both the PvP and PvE servers offer the same basic gameplay features, except you can hurt other players and steal their loot in the PvP server. The PvP server also offers turrets and guns to craft and use to defend your base as well as yourself as you're out looting and exploring. Speaking of bases, the houses in Longvinter are basically in neighborhoods on each of the islands. You can see other players' homes, which is really fun to get ideas, and in the PvP server, you can raid them if you're feeling bold. Each player is allowed to build up to 2 homes, and you can even build next to your friends if there's room and form one giant base. The chat bubbles in Longvinter are so much fun and make for easier conversations with friends as well as foes, especially if you want to trade. Yes, Longvinter offers player-to-player trading directly or indirectly through cute little vending machines that you can place on your property. You can have up to 2 machines. I often sell cooked food in one and then guns and ammo in another vending machine. Longvinter doesn't have pets like Palia. There are no in-game transactions either, since it's a paid game. But the August update brought wolves that you can mount and ride around. I have not yet gotten one of these, but supposedly if you complete quests and earn a collar, you can get a pet wolf, which you cannot lose if you die on the PvP server. Longvinter also has some fashion of a raid that you and your friends can organize. There are several underground bunkers that have NPCs to battle in order to get sweet high-level loot. These bunkers are often in challenging cold biomes, so you'll need to bring heat packs or a sauna with you to stay strong for battle. Regarding loot, there is foraging just like in Palia, but there are also buildings around the map that spawn loot, which you can take for free and either cash in at the recycler, keep it, or sell it in your own vending machines. There are 2 arena areas that are really good for loot, and the top of the arena has turrets that prevent fighting if you're on the PvP server. But once you hop into the arena when the loot spawns, it can be an all-out battle for the loot as shooting is permitted. You can also buy items in Longvinter, but instead of shops, there are vending machines by the ports that you can use for quick travel, and there are also player-operated vending machines that often have much better deals. Finally, a big difference that's rather unfortunate is the size of the player base for Longvinter compared to Palia. Unless you're playing Longvinter in the evening or on the weekend, there probably will be few people on your server. This is highly dependent upon your location, as some countries have quite populous Longvinter servers. Oftentimes it seems that the PvP server is more populated, so if you're okay with a small chance that someone might jump you while you are out exploring, then you might want to try that. But again, there's also the PvE option if you don't want to have to worry about the fighting. So which is better, Palia or Longvinter? This is a very subjective question. Palia obviously has a much larger dev team as well as player base, but Longvinter has a lot of features I really enjoy and that entice me to keep returning to the game. So I guess my final decision is that I like both Palia and Longvinter, as each offers something unique but also provides the same feature of relaxing online multiplayer gameplay that I absolutely love. And both of these games currently are updated regularly, so the attraction of replayability is there. These are most definitely 2 of my top relaxing multiplayer games. So if you haven't played Palia or you haven't played Longvinter and you like these types of games, I do encourage you to try both of them. If you were to play Longvinter, do you think you would want to play on the PvE server where it's nice and cozy, the PvP server where you can have combat with your neighbors, or do you think you'd like a mix of both? That's personally what I like. Sometimes I want to play in the PvE server, sometimes the PvP, and the nice thing is you can have a home on both if you want to put in the time to build houses on both kinds of servers. Let me know in the comments below what your choice would be, and as always, if you haven't already, please smash the thumbs up, consider subscribing, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.